Are we too accepting of other people's bad behaviors? And should we accept other people's bad relationships? Hello, y'all. I'm Diana Brianne. You know, I'm a very accepting person, and I believe in accepting people and giving them love for who they are, and rather than who I want them to be. Now, that doesn't mean that I accept bad behavior or that I hang out with them a whole lot or, anything like that. A person's choices and a person's behaviors do affect their relationships and to what degree another person will have a relationship with them. And at the same time, I'm a very accepting person. But if I see someone who has chronic or bad behaviors, or even periodic bad behaviors that can affect me in any way, then I tend to back off from that relationship. I'm not as accepting of that relationship. I may love that person. I may love them even with what they're going through and their bad choices, but I don't love their bad choices. I love them. And their bad choices may limit my relationship. I accept them, and yet I don't accept the behaviors as part of when they're around me or if they can affect me in any way. And most often, if a person has a lot of bad negative behaviors, I won't really have a lot of a relationship with them anyhow. So this is the thing, is when someone has negative behaviors and negative choices, it can affect their relationships and the people that they interact with. And if I do feel that someone is going to have those kind of behaviors, I'm probably not going to be around them very much, or I'm going to have a limited relationship. And like I said, we can still love them, but sometimes we have to love them from a distance. What about loving or accepting or embracing a bad partner, a bad relationship, a bad friendship that someone else has? Say someone we love has a relationship that is not a good relationship, that is a bad influence on them or affects them badly. Or maybe they don't even like us. And usually they won't like us if we stand for something right and they're standing for something wrong. So they're going to resent us and make us out to be the bad person. And so should we accept that person? Should we say, well, that's their choice. This is who they're going to marry, or this is who they're going to go with, or this is who their friendship is going to be, or this is who they're going to hang out with. Should we accept them? I think it's an individual thing. But for me, if someone is a bad influence, I'm not going to accept them as, close up and personal. I'm just not going to do that. I'm always respectful. I don't tell other people who to pick for their relationships. But if I see somebody who is a negative person, somebody, and I'm not just talking, a bad personality, but I'm talking about somebody who is leading the other person in a wrong direction or affecting that other person in a wrong direction, and it's going to be chronic or continual. So if someone has a negative relationship, a really bad relationship, when it's chronic, when it's not going to improve, someone who has a bad influence on that person or truly doesn't like, me or whatever, I'm just not going to try to be accepting. Okay, that doesn't mean that I'm not going to be polite or politically correct or anything else. It just means I'm just probably not going to accept that, because the thing is, why would we want to accept somebody into somebody else's life that's only going to create havoc and problems and unhappiness and is disruptive and taking them down a wrong road, whatever kind of road that wrong road happens to be. Now, I accept people that I may not particularly, they may not have been my first or second choice, but yet they're okay. They're an okay person. That's perfectly different. That's perfectly fine. I'm not going to tell someone else who they should be friends with or who they should love or anything like that. So we're not talking about people that maybe that other person's, the person that we love could do so much better, but they're not. So, I accept those relationships. But if it's somebody who's destructive in any way, taking from the person, leading the person down a wrong road, things like that, of that nature, I'm just not going to accept that. And I'm going to let them know that I love you, but I just don't want to be part of that relationship that you have with the other person. From my house to yours, may God bless you. I hope you like, share, subscribe. And remember, I think that being accepting of others is a great thing, but sometimes we can be too accepting when it comes to bad behaviors. And I don't believe in accepting bad behaviors. From my house to yours, may God bless you. And I hope to talk to you soon again. Bye-bye.